20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover.
Alright, so I'm just about to head off from the dock here. I'm going to top up on my water tanks, get all my dock lines, and then I think we're saying goodbye here to Island Cove. Alright, so I just left the Bayou Chico channel, and that's been my home for the past couple months now. And we are off to Fort McRae, going to anchor there tonight, and head off to Destin in the morning. So this is the first leg of the trip to the Keys, and we'll say our goodbyes to Pensacola. Alright, so I just left Pensacola this morning, maybe 6 o'clock, and the weather forecast was looking, or at least the wind forecast was looking a little better than it ended up being. So I made it, I think in 6 hours I made it like 6 miles, which is, oh wait, no, yeah, 6 miles. The waves are getting in my head, I think, but that's not very good, because now the winds have picked up. I'm averaging about 6 knots. I think I'm 7 or 8 miles offshore right now. Kind of headed towards Destin, but trying to figure out if I want to stop at Destin, because I'm not going to get there till like maybe 11 after this morning, and that's 11 at night. Or do I want to head over towards Apalachicola, so sailing through the night, which I've yet to do. So I got plenty of time to think about it, but that'd get me a lot further ahead. So I'm coming up on Destin here, but off in the distance, and I think it's 6:30 now, 6:45, something like that. And I'm about 8 to 10 miles offshore. It's taking maybe 2 hours to sail, motor into the channel, find a place to anchor. My excuse to continue on through the night is it's safer to stay out here, but I'm also kind of want to try sailing at night, because I get to do that overnight. So the weather looks pretty good, and we're going to risk it. I guess we'll find out here soon enough if it was safer to stay out here, if it would have been safer to go in. So it is 11 p.m. and I just got back from the cockpit and I completed a tack. So I swapped the boat maybe 100 degrees, and can't tell I was sleeping before I did this, so that's taking me a second to think here, but I completed my tack. I've got it set up and I'm just going to watch it for a little bit and make sure autopilot's happy, the sails are happy, and I'm still happy. And once I get it set up, I'm kind of headed out to sea away from shore, because my prior tack I'd been at for a couple hours and it was getting I think it was 4 miles offshore, and so this one should get me maybe 10-15 miles offshore, and then here another 2 or 3 hours I'll wake up again, check everything, make sure it still looks good, and probably tack again, just to try to kind of stay towards shore. So I'll keep turning every time I tack, and I kind of zigzag my way up along the coast. Anyways, I'm gonna go back out and double check everything now that it's kind of set for a little bit. Make sure everything still looks good, and if so, then I get to have my nap time again, which I'm looking forward to. Well, good morning. You can tell I survived the night. We didn't make it as far as I thought we would. The winds started dying down around maybe 2 o'clock, like 2 a.m. and I was kind of tired from this whole waking up every 2 hours thing. And so I laid there for an hour and I could hear the sail, the boom was kind of slapping around. So I finally got up and just dropped the sails, and then I dropped the anchor too. And I'm in, I think, like 95 feet of water, and I've only got like 120 feet of rope and chain total. So it's not perfect. I definitely probably dragged the night a little bit, but at least I didn't, I just want to make sure I didn't wake up and I was like way off course. So I think it kind of kept me right where I was. Now the winds are back. I'm gonna cook some breakfast and get back to sailing. But it was quite the night there, and I'm not sure I like this rocking so much. So I think tonight we're gonna be anchoring in a bay and get some good night's sleep. So, but it was a good experience. So. To be honest, I have no idea what kind of fish this is, so I'm going to look it up later, but he's going back in the ocean if I can get this hook off. Say goodbye. Oh, and look at all that slime. That is nasty. That's pretty cool though. That's pretty cool. Right here outside the channel, Pensacola Beach. It's a little rocky, but a very pretty day it's gonna be. Alright, so it is, I think it's the 4th day that I have been on my voyage here. And I have left Panama City maybe 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. I took a nice little nap because I woke up early this morning. But I left around noon, I'd say. I spent the morning checking out, there's a little state park there, which was nice to get off the boat for a while. And luckily my next stop, which I think is the port of St. John, and it's a little bit west of Apalachicola. It's only, I think, 20 or 30 miles direct there, and so through my tacks, maybe 40 miles. But there are good winds today, and so I decided to go ahead and head that way. So I'm about 2 hours out, I think, as long as the wind holds from the anchorage. And I've got two cuts of meat here from the fish I caught yesterday. And so I'm gonna fry those up for dinner, and then I'm making some tea, berry and chamomile. Help me sleep a little sounder tonight, because I didn't sleep too much last night. I'm getting sleepy already, so I don't know if having this tea is a great idea. Getting to the anchorage a little snoozy, but there's nobody around. It's a pretty secluded area, so not sure if that helps any though. All right, good morning. We have made it to the port of St. Joe last night, maybe around 11 o'clock, which was a little earlier. It was later than I was expecting at the beginning of the day. Towards the end of the day, the wind was dying down. I wasn't sure we'd get here before 1 even. But we made it here, nobody else, and it was pretty rocky here at the anchorage the first part of the day. Let's see if I can show you here. Because right over here is where the inlet to the bay is, and the wind was blowing from like the largest part towards where I am, so all the waves were building up. But this morning I woke up, it was as calm as could be, so that was nice. And there's not much here. There's no like buildings or anything on this peninsula, but the wind's going to be pretty calm until 2 o'clock, so I think I'm going to make some breakfast, kayak over, check it out, and see if there's any cool shells or anything. And then once the wind picks up, try to make my way, but it's not going to be windy for long, so I won't be making it too far. But every little bit counts, so. So I just woke up, I don't know, maybe 20-30 minutes ago, but we're already sailing again. I was just anchored out back here. The wind said it was going to pick up yesterday evening, so I took off sailing and made it maybe 7 or 8 miles, and then all of a sudden it just died. So I spent like 5 hours yesterday just bobbing here with the anchor, and last night was terrible. It took me forever to fall asleep because the boat was rocking so much side to side, and I don't have like a Lehman's cloth or whatever that holds you in your bed, so I kept rolling off towards the edge, and it was so loud. But I think I fell asleep out of necessity. But anyways, I woke up and I could hear the wind, and I was like, hallelujah, let's get going. So we got the sails up, we're on a perfect angle for now, and happy sailing. Now I just need to wake up, make sure I'm going the right direction.
Thankfully, Damon made sure to leave plenty of extra time in the schedule for slow winds and slow progress, as he has been sailing slower than a snail these past few days. His spirits remain high, and the adventure so far has been grand. And the story is still just beginning. Over the next 3 weeks, Damon plans to travel over 500 miles, zigzagging his way along the Florida coast. Lots has been learned already along this voyage, and there still lies many more lessons ahead. Feel free to follow along on his journey to the Keys and beyond. Thanks for watching.